Fortnite Festival is now in trouble and it is slowly fading away. The thing is that many players out there are purposely not playing this mode anymore, or maybe for now this season only as season 9 because of our recent collaboration. We know last week with the release of this year's summer update, Fortnite collaborated with Bruno Mars once again, and he is now in our Fortnite Festival pass, right, of season 9. But with this collaboration, many players are now hating on this mode and this collaboration because we all know Bruno Mars had already collaborated with Fortnite before almost 3 years ago, which he got his own skin and even emotes in the item shop. So the community was expecting for Fortnite to give the chance to different artists, such as for example Post Malone, Daft Punk, and even Deathmo5. Because for Daft Punk and Deathmo5, we recently got some leaks that suggested that one of these artists, either Daft Punk or Deathmo5, was going to be our this season's artist. But we just got Bruno Mars that disappointed almost everyone, the majority of the Fortnite community. Now, I don't hate Bruno Mars, I'm actually a fan, he got great music, it's all good. But the thing is that players out there weren't expecting at all for Bruno Mars to be our newest Fortnite Festival artist while he already has his skin and emotes in the game. That's the main issue. And comment down below as well which artist you were expecting to see for this season. Now, as I said before, we got leaks recently about Daft Punk and Deathmo5, so I'm assuming as well that maybe in season 10 in this upcoming season or so on, we will eventually be seeing Deathmo5 and Daft Punk coming out in Fortnite Festival. That's gonna happen for sure because we literally just got leaks. Now I'm also thinking about making a video soon talking about artists that will likely arrive in Fortnite Festival. That will be amazing, so definitely stay tuned. Because first time I also came across this tweet by Hypex in which they said Michael Jackson x Fortnite first collab. New gem track Jackson 5-ABC. MJ was the lead singer in that song at 11 years old. The Spotify timeless order. Now I'm not saying that he's gonna be having his own skin in the game. I don't know about that, but it could happen because if we got for Juice WRLD and as an artist who is no longer alive like Michael Jackson, then we can surely have as well for Michael Jackson, like his skin. But for now, we only got this leak, and that is something that I just thought I could share with you guys because I'm sure some of you out there are also huge fans of Michael Jackson, and it'll be amazing if we get maybe an emote or his own skin in the game, or maybe as well in Fortnite Festival. You never know. But yeah, like I said before, many players out there are purposely not playing this mode. Maybe it is temporarily, maybe they just don't want to play on purpose because they don't like for the fact we got Bruno Mars once again. Again, Bruno Mars is a great artist. I have nothing like against him, or like I'm not talking about anything bad about him, but the thing is that many players out there weren't expecting at all for Bruno Mars to be our newest artist of Fortnite Festival. They were expecting someone else, Post Malone, Daft Punk, Deathmo5, because we got leaks recently, or maybe any other artist. So comment down below which artist you want to see coming out to Fortnite Festival. Who's your favorite artist? And of course we have as well more issues to talk about in this video. Recently they announced that instead of selling 200 gem tracks every single day in the item shop, they're going to be selling only 40 gem tracks instead. But it feels like they are gatekeeping gem tracks. And what's the big deal? Those are the songs. I mean, why do I have to wait days, weeks, or even months just to see my favorite gem tracks reappearing in the item shop and I can buy it? I mean, why is this happening? I understand there are exclusive skins or emotes that haven't been in the item shop for months, which is okay, but for gem tracks, if we're gonna be waiting days or even months just for them to reappear in the item shop, this is gonna cause a huge controversy, which is already happening because Fortnite is facing backlashes now ever since they announced these changes. I just feel like they're ruining their own modes. Fortnite Festival is one of the most popular modes now, and because of this, players might not play Fortnite Festival on purpose because of what they did to the gem track. And other than that, we already have some issues with the prices of gem tracks. Gem tracks are now being sold for 500 V-Bucks each. But if I spend 300 more V-Bucks, I can literally buy a skin. So I feel like these gem tracks are being too overpriced. Maybe sell them for maximum 300 V-Bucks. Those are the songs, right? But personally, I don't like the fact they're doing this because while they were selling 200 gem tracks in the item shop all at once every single day, there were no negative comments. Not at all. But now the fact that they just announced the changes, that they're going to be selling 40 gem tracks only, this is when they're ruining their own mode, and they are already facing backlashes ever since they made this announcement. So people weren't saying anything about it until they made this announcement. So like, this is really messed up. They're ruining their own mode. And as I said, players might not be playing Fortnite Festival on purpose, so it can be a lesson to them to not do this. Because yeah, if I'm going to be waiting days or even months now just to buy my favorite gem track, then here we have a problem. And it feels like they are gatekeeping gem tracks. And yes, there's a high chance for them to get sued again for FOMO, fear of missing out, because we all know there are many limited time skins in Fortnite, any kind of exclusive skins that have not returned for months or even years. And we all know as well that people are selling these cosmetics for hundreds of dollars. So if people are going to be selling gem tracks now for becoming rare, then this is going to be insane, because we know recently they start taking legal action against account sellers. So now players will be able to sell gem tracks and earn a serious amount of money because these gem tracks have not returned in the item shop for months. Because as I said in my previous video of the OG battle passes, that the only way for Epic Games to stop account sellers is by obviously bringing back these exclusive skins. But no, here we are gatekeeping gem track. Instead of bringing them back more often every single day that they're appearing in the item shop, they're going to be changing the gem tracks every single day, you know, but they're just going to be selling like 40 gem tracks. So this is messed up. They believe doing these changes are improving Fortnite Festival their own mode, but no, it's happening the opposite. They're making things even worse. And now for the fact that they're receiving an insane amount of backlash, they should reconsider in reverting this change. They should actually sell again 200 gem tracks every single day instead of selling 40 gem tracks. I actually wanted to make this video whenever they announced it on March 21, but instead I had other videos planned, but it's all good. I also appreciate the fact that you guys came here and watching this video. Again, this is messed up, and I hope they'll be considering our feedbacks, because they're getting hates. This is not good. They're ruining their reputation. And we already know Fortnite has always been a controversial video game, yet keeping cosmetics. For example, now for the fact that they haven't brought back the OG battle passes, many people are hating on Epic Games. Because of keeping cosmetics exclusive, there are players out there who are selling skins and even accounts for hundreds to thousands of dollars only because they haven't returned in Fortnite for years. So they're ruining their own game, because recently they were also sued again for FOMO, fear of missing out, and I wouldn't get surprised if Epic Games gets sued again for the same reason, fear of missing out. They are literally gatekeeping cosmetics, and they're letting players to cheat by selling cosmetics for hundreds of dollars, whether they're gem tracks, skins. And I'm telling you, if some of these gem tracks don't return for months, then I'm telling you, they're gonna be selling these gem tracks for hundreds of dollars, which is not worth it, but they will do it. So with that said, this is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below your thoughts about this. Do you agree with the video, or if not, why? Comment down below, let's engage. And what kind of recommendations you have for Epic Games to do in order for them to improve Fortnite Festival, their own game, because Fortnite has been popular since 2017. It's one of the most popular video games, but sometimes they are ruining it. If you also want to help me to do giveaways, use code Firegamer in the item shop, and to win those giveaways, join my Discord server. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Also, check out this video on the screen. You're gonna love it so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.